welcome to the Epic Dad Show. This is your host, Fraser Cameron, and I am coming to you today from a somewhat overcast and slightly damp southwest of France. But there was sunshine earlier when I did my training session with my son, so I'm not going to complain about the weather, and it's still warm. So look, I wanted to talk to you today about the grass being greener being incredibly false, and why when you sometimes look for that fake grass being greener elsewhere, it's because you haven't tended to your own grass. Now, I want to tell you a story, and it's a true story. It's about what happened for me 7 or 8 years ago. So I was a highly paid commercial negotiation consultant, and I was jumping between contracts, right? One would offer a little bit more money or slightly better conditions, and I'd jump and I'd take that. Each time thinking the grass was going to be greener, right? It was going to be better. I was going to be happier. I was going to be more fulfilled. I was going to be more excited, more energized. The work was going to be more enjoyable. And each time I changed for 5 minutes, it was great, right? It was new and it was exciting. And then the old rot would set in again. I'd get frustrated. I'd be miserable. I'd be grumpy at home. I'd feel bored. I'd feel like a zombie just going through the motions, right? Just taking those same steps without truly knowing why. And I kept on blaming everything else. I kept on saying, but the grass will be greener. Eventually I'll find the green grass somewhere. If I change often enough, I'll eventually land somewhere where the grass is green. But I did this time and time again, and the outcome was the same every single time. And yes, I know Einstein would be sitting there saying the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And ironically enough, never got a different result, right? It was the same. After changing and having that initial excitement wane, then I'd be back to where I was, back at square one, pointing the finger, blaming everything else except me. But the truth of the matter was, it was all about me. I was trying to find an answer to the wrong question. I was trying to find green grass rather than looking after my own grass. And the truth of the matter is that I was trying to make work the answer. I was trying to find fulfillment by changing and hoping that it would suddenly just miraculously appear. But it doesn't work like that. So I had to do the inner work. But it was so much easier just to blame the work conditions and try to find a new contract that was a little bit more money or more enjoyable work or closer with less of a commute. But it was really all about me and defining what it is I wanted and being clear on what mattered to me, because this whole time there was a nagging thought that there was something more out there for me. But I kept pushing it down, going, no, it'll be okay if I just find this greener grass. It'll be okay if I just find this greener grass. Whereas what I really needed to do was tend to my own grass, to really get clear on what it is I wanted, and more importantly, why I wanted that. Because I was going for status, I was going for a bigger hourly rate, I was going for something that was more interesting, but that was just covering over the gaps, right? It was missing the whole entire point. And the point was I had to really get clear on what I wanted. And once I did, the change was phenomenal, because suddenly I had direction. Suddenly I knew what it is I wanted to do, and I could take the steps to make that a reality. And that is the challenge. So if you're out there jumping from job to job, or whatever that may be in your life, maybe it's from relationship to relationship, maybe it's moving places, I don't know. But getting really clear on what it is you want, sitting back and going, what do I truly want? What is that outcome that I'm searching for? And I guarantee you it's never about more money. It's never about more status. It's never about that. It'll be about something else. It'll be about that fulfillment. What is it that letting go of holding down that thought that there's more out there, holding back what it is you truly want to do because you don't know how to make it happen, and just letting that out, being really honest with yourself, acknowledging this is what I want, right? And acknowledging that, and then getting really clear on how to go about doing that. Reaching out to someone who already has what you want and asking them how they went about that, or discovering the other options that are out there for you, exploring, doing some research, talking to people, just checking. I mean, we live in the age of social media that you can see so much so quickly, right? Not all of it is completely authentic, but if you can see through those, you can really get clear on what it is you want. So for me, it was going, okay, I could keep on doing this over and over again, or I could take responsibility and go, no, what I actually need is a fundamental change from within. What it is I need is to get clear on what I want. And I did that, right? I reached out and I sought the help of those that already had that clarity, already had that purpose-driven lifestyle. Got help from them, I invested in myself, and I invested in my family, right? And ultimately, I invested in my future clients. Got the help I wanted, put a plan in place, and took those daily steps, right? Because I was wasting so much energy changing jobs, talking to recruitment people, talking to contracting entities. So when I invested that time instead in building the life that I wanted, not only was I more fulfilled, but the journey was more exciting. And I felt as though I was taking active steps to where I wanted to get to. So I really want you to think about that from your perspective. Think about the things that you can do, right? So now I know this podcast is free and it goes out to you, and I want you to know that I love giving value to you. But if you got value from this, if being clear on identifying your purpose and then putting an action plan in to make that happen is going to enable you to make change, I'm not going to ask you for money, but I do ask you that you share this with someone else. You flick a link to this podcast to other dads that you feel might benefit from hearing this, might benefit from being able to get clear on what it is they want and take those steps, right? And look, if you want to be that dad that has it all, the dad that has time, choice, and opportunity, the dad that is living the life of purpose, full of fulfillment, and you're serious about it, you ultimately have a choice. You can go and change now. You can implement these things that I've just talked about today. You can create that change, right? You have what you need. Or we could talk. We could jump on a call and we could talk about what that may look like from you. You have the information that you need to take action yourself. But if you're not confident in yourself to take that action, if you think you'll make more excuses, if you've tried and not quite worked out and it hasn't quite worked out before, just reach out. Head to www.frasercameron.com. Scroll, just a little bit down the page, and there's a link there to book a call. We'll literally jump on a call, see if we're a fit, see if one-to-one coaching might be right for you, see if you have challenges that I can help you with, and see if my approach ticks your boxes. Please don't hesitate to do that. But that said, clarity of purpose, reaching out to people who have what it is you want and talking about how they got there, and establishing clear, simple daily steps to create that change will enable you to stop looking for the greener grass elsewhere. Tend to your own grass and make that so damn green and so damn appealing that you're more than happy and excited to be living that life. It's all about what you want, amplifying that life that you have, creating, building, and living your epic life. I hope you're having an absolutely epic day. I hope I didn't overwhelm you with too much there, but I will be going over this with different ways of illustrating the point over the next 2 or 3 days. So please tune in. And like I said, if you got value from it, please pay me back by sharing it with others that might just need to hear this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in to the Epic Dad Show. I can't wait to talk to you again real soon. Until then, please be 100% truly epic.